Okay, and sorry about the technical difficulties. I was having microphone issues. Welcome back, and we're just going to jump right back into where I believe I was leaving off about Zack Ryder, and how I was saying he had started as on the ECW brand as one of the Major Brothers, and then was an edgehead on SmackDown along with Kurt Hawkins, which was the other Major Brother.
Yeah.
And then went back to ECW as Zack Ryder, and was his first incarnation of the woo, but he was a heel. And then he kind of never got over. He kind of got over, made himself get over by doing the Long Island Ice Z and the Z True Hollywood Stories, and crowning himself the Internet Champion.
Yeah.
So WWE did give him some titles, but on
the U.S. title. He was U.S. champion for like a couple months.
Yeah, it was the U.S. Championship, and this past WrestleMania out of nowhere,
he
won the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, he dropped the next day to
the Miz. But it was a nice WrestleMania moment, and it was definitely a surprise.
Yeah. Yeah, basically one of the shockers of the year so far.
Yeah, that was one of the big shocks of WrestleMania for me, if not the only. I liked WrestleMania, but I was like, out of that match, I was like, fucking Zack Ryder won. Because he was not the person I was expecting to win.
Yeah, everybody was thinking probably gonna be Sami Zayn.
That's who I was thinking, because Kevin Owens had held the championship, or the U.S. championship. I'm sorry, he had held the U.S. championship, and he's held both, hasn't he? Because he won the U.S.
No, he didn't win U.S. Yeah,
it was
U.S. It was. Remember, it was Cena. Then Seth Rollins helped with one. Then Cena won it back.
That's right.
Remember Cena when Cena was taking a break, he dropped to Alberto Del Rio.
That's right. That's right. U.S. Him winning the Intercontinental title this past WrestleMania was pretty unexpected, and I kind of expected him to lose it shortly. I didn't expect him to lose it the very next night to the Miz, but I'm not a Miz hater. Like, I like the Miz, and I like the fact that they brought Maurice back, even if it's just for a short time to plug the movie that they're doing together, the Marine 100 or whatever. But Maurice is a little bit bigger now. When I say bigger, but it's not necessarily a bad way. She's still fucking smoking hot. I'd actually like to see her get back in the ring. I don't know if that'll happen, but it would be nice.
Yeah, I think she's probably gonna do a managerial role. Cause I know since she left the company, she basically been kind of doing some announcing in India and stuff. She hasn't really jumped in the ring since she left the last time.
Yeah, that was one of her complaints. She was married to the Miz anyways. It was probably smart that, Miz didn't keep her in the WWE, and it might have, been smart, because I guess it's hard to keep your woman around so many guys that just want to.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when wrestlers get married to other wrestlers, the female will retire.
Yeah.
Sometimes no.
Cause Natalia still actively like Naomi being married.
Yeah, the thing is, I would trust Natalia. Now, somebody like Melina, she wasn't married to anybody per se, but she was sucking John Morrison off and getting fucked up the ass by Batista.
Yeah, just like like when Mick and the AIE, they think of me because they think the reason why Mick Jagger got fired. I think it was because of the John Cena
Yep.
affair.
Yeah, that's they're saying that a lot of what happened with Eve Torres, a lot of that played into it. Her getting fired and Kelly, who was like both of them were pushing up on Triple H, and it's like Stephanie McMahon's not going to have that.
Yeah,
But the having Maurice back, I kind of like that. I thought she was definitely eye candy for the Divas division, and it's nice to see her
yeah,
back.
yeah,
And
yes, and yeah. Also seemed like she got better when she got better each time she got what each time she got ring she got better. She wasn't bad like Eva Marie bad.
no, God, I've never seen personally. I've never seen like I don't know why. Well, I know why WWE hired Eva Marie. It was for her
I
looks.
I candy because I think she only one that actually never got better. All the other ones at least got better. At least took a step forward.
Well, that's what Here's the one of the things that just to put up as an example. Eva Marie they hired because she was a fitness model and she's very, very pretty.
Yeah,
And she, for the longest time, I mean, I think she had like one or two matches when they first hired her, and they were
yeah,
ridiculously bad. And then she went, you know, like 2 years without even training, and she was just doing the Total Divas show.
yeah.
And then she finally decided to go to NXT to train. First, she had a private trainer. That's
Brian
how,
Kendrick.
yeah, that's
Brian
how
Kendrick.
horrible she was. She needed a fucking private trainer, and she went to NXT,
Yeah, yeah.
and
And when she went there, see first, as soon as she came out, they just started booing her.
yeah, she gets the you still can't wrestle chance,
Yeah,
and because she still can't wrestle, here's the example that I'm gonna put forward though. Trish Stratus, she got
yeah,
hired because she was a fitness model. She had never
yeah,
wrestled a day in her life.
yeah.
What did she go on to do? Become the quote unquote voted the diva of the millennium.
Yes,
She
yes.
she
She, wa-
really got good.
yeah. She got better each time she got in the ring, and and she took she took more serious bumps than Eva Marie.
Oh yeah.
She really went through tables, and then I think she got smacked with trash cans. Her and the hardcore match, her and Victoria,
Oh,
her and Jazz.
Trish is probably one of my favorite female wrestlers of all time.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
she.
Yes, she got in, did what she had to do, got out. She might have a couple of lingering effects. I think say her neck kind of is still kind of thinks her vertebrae kind of a little bit
A
kind of
little
out of
sore.
place.
She says
Yeah,
her yoga helps her out with that, and every now and then she'll even pop in and do a match or something. Granted, it's with her natural hair color. I do miss her blonde
yeah,
hair color, but you know, a little bit of Trish is better than no Trish at all.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She still always get pops when she come out. With the with her interest song. The song with Lil
Oh
Kim.
yeah,
Whoa, rock and roll.
she might have got her fake tits taken out, which they're still pretty big anyway. She still got that ass though.
Yeah. Yeah. He's always like, look there for Trish Stratus. Yeah. When Trish Stratus wants some chocolate, give
She got
Trish some chocolate.
that yoga. One of my favorite, and just I know this is completely off the draft topic, but
Yeah, but
it goes back to it was right after the Attitude Era, right as it was kind of like at the cusp of the Attitude into the Ruthless Aggression Era, is when Vince McMahon had her get down on her hands and knees and bark like a dog.
yeah, I remember that.
Get down on your knees and bark like a dog. Strip to your bra and panties. It was great. That's the WWE I miss. Granted, it's not
Yeah,
family friendly, but you know, hey, I'm not exactly a child, and I wasn't a child then either.
yeah. I was old enough, but you, I just hit teenage when that happened. I was about 13 when that happened.
Yeah, I was like 19 or something, 19 or 20. I was like, okay, like if they're gonna tone it down, they could tone it down a little bit. And they only toned it down just a little bit, and it was like, okay, then they really toned it down with the PG.
Yeah,
There's no women getting down on their hands and knees and barking while
yeah.
half
No,
naked anymore.
no, women and men mixed it up anymore.
That's one thing that I actually dislike. If I had any critique, I could one way or another take the women on their heads and knees barking like dogs, whatever, that,
Yeah,
yeah. What did I like it? Sure, but that they could toss all that out. But the intergender matches, I think they should come back. They were actually pretty cool, and
yeah,
sometimes they
yeah,
showed the women being dominant in the matches, so it was
yeah,
like a
yeah.
plus for both.
Like when China was at her height, China was
China was
wrestling.
the intercontinental champion. Yeah.
Yeah, I think then also they do a lot of indie wrestling. They don't do it like on like like the big names like like WWE, TNA, or ROH.
Yeah, and that's the thing too is uh, when they're out of the WWE, they'll or even when they're being trained in NXT, they're being trained by men. They're in there with
Yeah,
other guys. So it's like, why can't we have? I mean, yeah, does it show violence towards women? Sure.
yeah,
Is it a sports entertainment show where the violence, whether it's supposed to be violent anyways? Yes. So
yeah, yeah.
I would.
But also, I think I actually heard an interview with some indie women saying like, yeah, it kind of makes them a little bit tough, kind of make it a little more tougher. Get mixing it up with men. They said initially they might like what just had get the initial shock, had to go initial shock. They get used to it.
Right, they have to take harder bumps. They have to take their bumps differently than men, of course, because
Yeah,
they have two huge boobs.
yeah,
And if they took the bumps like guys did, would probably explode. But yeah, I do miss intergender matches, and it'd be nice if they could bring that back. Even in the PG era, I think that could come back. But let's see what's going on with more of this draft split.
yeah. Then also I watched something earlier about I know you probably heard of WhatCulture.com. You know the wrestling guy. I know the British guys, American guy.
Ollie, yeah, Ollie from What Culture Want Dog. Yeah, I'm subscribed to their YouTube channel.
Yeah. I was gonna mention earlier. One of the guys did like how he did how he would book the brand split. It was two parts. It was about one was about 12, about almost 13 minutes. The other one about 11 minutes. And yeah, he was talking about what he would do. It was
Yeah,
kind of
I
interesting.
saw that. Yeah.
It was kind of interesting. Like I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at like, well, that's kind of a good idea.
Well, here's something that I missed out on that I think just popped up to the on the news feed of WrestleZone is that
Yeah,
there's been a
cause no Raw's on now.
there's been a lawsuit issued, or WWE has just been named in a lawsuit filed by former wrestlers. And as of earlier today, I'm just going to read this. This is coming off of WrestleZone.com, and let me go ahead and credit the writer so it doesn't sound like I'm not plagiarizing this.
Yeah,
Nick Paglino. I'm trying to say that as best as I can. So this isn't just me. This is me reading his
article.
article. as we noted earlier today, which I didn't see the article earlier today, 24 former WWE wrestlers, including Jimmy Snuka, Road Warrior Animal, and Chavo Guerrero Jr., have filed lawsuit against the WWE over brain injuries. Oh, this must be their ongoing uh, concussion thing.
Yeah, concussion. Kind of like same thing did in the NFL about concussions.
Right. The lawsuit alleges WWE failed to care for the wrestlers' repetitive head injuries in any medically competent or meaningful manner. I'm going to call bullshit. Maybe at one point.
Yeah, because before concussion really blew up, and yeah, I think probably like probably I say probably like the early days, probably I think probably early days like the '80s, probably maybe early '90s, probably made. I think probably started doing it probably late '90s where it started really. No, it was 2000. I think it was like early 2000 when they started doing like the the chicharros to the head.
Yeah, it was a. I mean, for the longest time, you know, they thought concussions were just that, something you got over. They didn't know
Yeah,
that if you got too many, I mean, this
yeah, yeah.
was prevalent in the NFL.
Basically it was basically lack of knowledge, like in sports, lack of knowledge about concussions, yeah, lack of knowledge, and then yeah, now they clean it up now, kind of like with the like they getting on people with the taking steroids or HGH and all the other stuff.
Yeah, or like Brock Lesnar's been, he hasn't been fined or anything
Suspended.
like that. He's just been flagged for doping.
Yeah,
It hasn't been
yeah, on the
pursued.
USC, and I think WWE probably gonna wait and see what happens with that before they end if they do anything to Brock.
Well, they said regardless of anything, if the USDA or USAD, whoever the same uh, people that do the Olympics for
Yeah,
their doping policy,
yes, I think the IOCC something like that.
they said that regardless of anything, it won't affect his match at SummerSlam
Yeah,
because he can compete in WWE regardless. But they said that more than likely WWE will end up suspending him if he comes back as being positive, just because it would be a bad PR move if.
yeah, yeah, because Jim, part time, yeah, he'll probably just want just, yeah, it won't really mean much if they spend like 30 days.
No, especially when he only wrestles like once every 3 months. The only time they really bring him
Yeah,
out is January to March WrestleMania season. He'll have a couple matches here and there throughout the year. He always has his, he wrestles on the big four pay-per-views.
yeah,
Let's see. Additionally, the lawsuit argues that despite WWE's ironclad control over the plaintiffs, WWE refused and continues to refuse to classify wrestlers as employees. Well, because they're technically not. They are signed as independent contractors.
yeah. 'Cause everybody deals not the same. Everybody deals is different.
Yeah, every wrestler that is signed with WWE is signed as an independent contractor.
Yeah,
And it just so happens that WWE, they way they formulate their contracts is it's better for them, which any company would do.
yeah,
If I owned a company, I would make sure the contract that I had my employee sign or my independent contractor was better for me than for the actual, independent contractor. I would put a clause in that said, if I can terminate you from this contract, you cannot quit. I would put a clause in that says once this contract runs up, you have a 90-day no compete clause, so you can't wrestle for another promotion, you know, things like that. Yeah, I would
yeah,
do that to
yeah.
protect my opinion.
I think that generally under a 9 day no compete clause
Yeah, it's a smart
or
business.
they yeah, they probably can still make appearance, but they just can't wrestle.
They can. A lot of them can make appearances if it's non-televised.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like what Cody Rhodes gonna do. He gonna do a couple indie stuff that's not gonna be televised.
Right, when it's not televised, WWE doesn't care if one of the wrestlers wrestles at a show. They just don't want them appearing on a televised program for 90 days.
Yes, yeah, yeah. So basically, basically no TNA or ROH or
Right,
New Japan.
right. Um, let's see. WWE mainstay or maintains that the untenable position its wrestlers are independent contractors, like I was just saying, requiring its wrestlers to sign unconscionable booking contracts. Yeah, I don't know. God, these people are making some pretty random accusations. Employment contracts with the adhesion intended solely for the benefit of WWE and Vincent Kennedy McMahon, of course. These contracts are drafted by the WWE and its army of attorneys, which they do have an army of attorneys, to
Yeah,
restrict and abolish all of the plaintiffs' rights and to fraudulently misrepresent and deceive both the plaintiffs and the federal. That's bullshit.
yeah.
They're not trying to deceive anybody. I mean, everybody.
Basically, they're trying to get the maximum out of each wrestler.
They're getting the maximum out of each wrestler, and here's the thing too: is each wrestler can have his or her own lawyer look at that contract.
Yeah,
And nobody's holding anybody's head with a gun to anybody's head and saying sign.
yeah,
If you don't want to fucking do it, don't sign. Or if your lawyer says, "Hey, this contract is," then you don't sign, or you get to try to get it revised in some way.
yeah,
But let me go on to say it says abolish all the rights the plaintiffs have and fraudulently misrepresent and deceive both the plaintiffs and the federal government. Again, I know I just read that, but come on, the federal government. The
yeah,
misclassification of wrestler employees as independent contractors effectively eliminates WWE's wrestlers' knowledge of any employment rights they had under the federal and state law, including OSHA, FMLA, and the NLR Act. Well, yeah, I mean, they don't have normal 9 to 5 jobs. I mean, I could
yeah,
understand if you are going into your 9 to 5 and you trip over a crack in the curb that is owned by your place, that is owned by your business, and you call OSHA to get the company to fix that particular problem. When you're moving around literally from arena to arena,
yeah.
it just
Yeah, at
doesn't make
least, yeah, at least, yes. Probably the high, probably the low, probably maybe twice a week. Probably the high, probably about 5 times a week.
right. And I'm just saying, I don't see how I think these wrestlers' lawsuits are going to be dismissed.
Yeah,
The booking contracts are nothing more than unconscionable scheme to save money in violation of public policy and legal rights. WWE has issued the following statement just recently. This is another ridiculous attempt by the same attorney who had previously filed a class action lawsuit against WWE, both of which have been dismissed. Yeah, this is going to be a third one that's
yeah.
dismissed.
He trying to go for a third time
Yep.
the charm.
A
Yeah,
federal,
he didn't learn the first time around.
he didn't learn the second time around.
Yeah.
A federal judge.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you.
Yeah. A federal judge has already found that this lawyer made potential or patently false allegations about WWE, and this is more of the same. We're confident that this lawsuit will suffer the same fate as his prior attempts and will be dismissed. I'm going to agree with that.
Yeah.
Additional former wrestlers have been named as plaintiffs in the case, and below is a full list of those who joined. Now let's see who this list is. Okay, we got Joseph Laurinaitis, the brother of Johnny Ace, aka the Road Warrior Animal.
Yeah, Joe Laurinaitis, Road Warrior Hamill.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Yeah, yeah.
Old murdering Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy Superfly Snuka murders his girlfriend in 1984, and he's trying to sue the fucking company that is nice enough to have not scrubbed him completely out of the WWE network and still employ Tamina. Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful. This motherfucker was just on WWE television, and he's suing him now. Come on, man. Like, really, dog?
Yeah.
Like, I can't. I don't think the WWE can help it that he blew all of his money. I mean, Mr. Wonderful made a lot of money back in the 80s in WWE,
and with those
early 90s in WCW. Chavo Guerrero, what? Because your uncle passed away.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was a real accident. It was a real accident. I think Eddie accidentally OD'd. I think that's what it was. Then also you fail to realize that your one of your cousins, one of Von Villains is married to your cousin.
Yeah, and Chavo wouldn't be in on this lawsuit at all if WWE hadn't fired him. I mean, he's been in TNA. TNA fired him, but he had been in TNA. This is bullshit. Chavo Guerrero Sr., Chavo Classics in on the lawsuit.
Judge. Come on. I think probably kind of mad because Vince basically gave Vicky she can come in whenever she wants to. Gave her
she has an open door policy for Vicky.
Yeah.
Chavo Classic though, like seriously, like what kind of bumps was this motherfucker taking? I mean, maybe back in the 70s when he could actually compete as a wrestler. I know when his more recent stint as Chavo Classic.
Yeah.
Adam Bomb. Old Adam Bomb, who wrestled as in the WWE for like 2 years and then wrestled in WCW under Wrath, is suing WWE though, like 20 years later. Ahmed Johnson, there's another one. Jesus, these guys, I'm just saying.
Yeah, Ahmed Johnson kept getting hurt. He kept getting hurt though. Kept getting hurt. I think
it wasn't his head.
It wasn't his head. It was his legs. That was slowing down because I think initially they wanted to do big things with him, but kept getting hurt.
And that's the thing I'm looking at here is a lot of these wrestlers. It's like, hey guys, when you were wrestling that the whole concussion syndrome wasn't even a syndrome. It was just
Ahmed Johnson from the 90s.
Yeah. Adam Bomb, 90s.
Yeah.
Mr. Wonderful, more like 80s, very early 90s.
Yeah.
Superfly.
80s,
70s, 80s.
And probably early 90s with ECW when he was the first ECW champion.
Let's see here. These are all people that I can just tell you flat off had wasted every bit of their money that they had made. Kamala, Kamala's in on it. Good old Kamala.
Ah, damn it! Damn it!
Yeah, Kamala. I mean, he is like begging for change. Like that's how much money he went through. Dave and Earl Hebner, of course. Why not? So the Hebners in there.
The Hebners who literally try to undercut the money, try to sell some.
They were selling bootleg merchandise out of their fucking shop.
Yeah, bootlegging out the company. Yeah, they made a couple.
They weren't even selling like licensed products. They were like making their own and selling them out.
That's why the Hebners got fired.
We got King Kong Bundy. Yeah, there's a guy again. He had a big run in the early
80s.
80s, and he had a slightly smaller run in the early part. It was like the early middle part of the 90s. But again, dude, should have saved your money. Ken Patra, you wrestled for the WWE in the 70s and 80s. What are you doing in
Yeah.
there, man?
Yeah.
Sabu? Come on now. Sabu, he's
We
wrestled in barbed wire.
one original at ECW. Yeah, like and plus majority of the time you ain't even wrestle for WWE. Wrestle for
Right.
ECW most of the time.
He wrestled for WWE for like what, 2 years, like total
Yeah.
out of his whole career.
Yeah.
Barry Darce of Smash. Smash is suing WWE. Axe is suing the WWE. He's one. These guys haven't wrestled since like 1992. I think Smash wrestled a little bit longer as the Repo Man.
Yeah.
The Berserker. Yeah, okay. He was in WWE for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Johnny the Bull, another one of those guys that wasn't there very long. Jumping Jim Brunzell. He was the biggest jobber. Like, if you faced Jim Brunzell in a match, he was remember how in the early 90s how they had just like, Barry Horowitz, just a bunch of people that just jobbed to their stars.
Yeah, kind of like what the Brooklyn Ball was doing for a while. Brooklyn Ball actually won every once in the blue moon actually won.
That's who Jim Brunzell was. He was like the best.
Or Gilbert.
Yeah, he was the Jim Brunzell at one point was like the top jobber, and even earlier in his career, they actually gave him a push. I think he was part of a tag team. Not that I can remember even the name of the tag team. If anybody remembers the tag team that Jim Brunzell was in the WWE, put it in the comments. When they were actually giving him a push. Susan Green. Sorry, I don't remember who you are. Angelo Mosca, also known as King Kong Mosca. Again, I'm going to guess like a 70s wrestler because I had to have been before my time.
Yeah.
Jim Powers. He wrestled for the WWE in the 80s, and I think maybe just the 80s. Again, he was kind of a jobber himself. Yeah. Mike Enos. Yeah, these are some. Butch Reed, the Natural. He was in the WWE for like a year back in the 80s. Jazz is suing? Come on, Jazz. Oh, Jazz, how long were you in the WWE? Let's be real.
Let me see. She went. She was in ECW folks. She was in OVW. She came up. She wrestled about a year. Then she got injured. Came back. She came back. Then she got injured. Then she got injured in the match where when Gail Kim won the Battle Royal, got injured, and she left, and then she came back for a short while when ECW got rebranded. So I'll say maybe 3 years at the most, because gonna take off her injury time.
3 years, and she's claiming that she has concussion syndrome, and that's the WWE.
Jazz still wrestling. Jazz wrestled. Matter of fact, Jazz wrestled any match earlier this year.
Right, so that's the whole thing. It's like, Jazz, what are you doing in on this lawsuit? You're still wrestling. You don't have concussion syndrome, or you wouldn't be fucking wrestling. Sylvain Grenier, or you remember him?
Simon. One from La
Resistance.
Yeah.
That fucking ass bag's on the lawsuit too, of course. These are all guys that women that I'm gonna say it again. I know they have blown through their money. Omar Atlas, no fucking clue. Don Leo Jonathan, yep, don't know who that is. Of course, Shane Douglas would be in on it. He hates the WWE.
Yeah, because the Dean Douglas gimmick.
absolutely no bearing on him having a concussion, though. He was in the
Yeah,
WWE.
he was on here for maybe like a year. Then went back to
Yeah, because the Dean Douglas thing.
yeah, probably I think Dean Douglas probably because you know that because the Vince on ECW, that's probably why a couple ECW guys jumped in. You
And
know,
then he went to ECW and WCW, and he
yeah,
wrestled for both of those promotions for a very long time. But he's
yeah.
blaming
Also TNA
WWE.
too. Also
Yeah, and
TNA
TNA.
too.
So he's blaming WWE for his concussions. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and say no on that. Muhammad Hassan.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He
I
was
mean,
he
I'm
was
like,
in the
really?
WWE for a year, man.
Yeah,
They had to cancel his character because it was too terroristic.
yeah, yeah.
Henry Godwin. Really?
One the guy wins. One the guy wins. One the guy wins. Really?
Be happy that they ever gave you a job, man.
Yeah, the guy wins. Yeah, he was tag team champion a couple times.
Princess Victoria. I remember her. She was not
Yeah,
even.
yeah. She's from the '80s.
Yeah,
One of
she.
yeah. One. I think I see she won. She kind of jobbed to like Moolah and stuff because she
Yeah,
never was the women's champion.
you
No,
know she.
wait. She's like when they used to have a tag team. She was like one tag team champion at one time.
You know she wasn't. You know she doesn't have anybody left. That's it's just getting back to a lot of these people burned through their fucking money. Um, Judy Martin. Yeah, good old Judy Martin.
Yeah. She was tag team champion, and yeah, man, she wrestled like the '80s, late '80s. I think. I remember seeing one of the matches where she I think cut her and tried to challenge for a women's championship, but she ain't, not winning.
We got Mark Jindrak. Um,
Meat, or not.
that was Sean
Wait.
Stasiak.
No, that was shot stage. Damn it, I mixed them up.
No, I'm just guessing Mark Jindrak is the brother of Brian Jindrak. But mm, they weren't in the.
That was a botch. I mixed up Sean Stasiak because no Sean Stasiak was meat. I mixed them up because they
They
kind.
weren't,
I think
but they weren't in the E that long. That's what I'm getting at is they weren't. Most of these people they weren't in the WWE very long, or they're in the WWE back in like the 80s and 70s, and it's like way.
they know there's a few from like 2000. Like Silva and Grand Ray. Like Chavo.
And that was still
Chavo
before
Classic.
they knew about the concussion. The only one
Yeah.
that knew probably was Chavo,
Yeah.
but Chavo still wrestled and still does wrestle. He
Yeah.
doesn't have any concussion syndrome. Bernard Knighton, the personal representative of Axel Rotten's estate. So they're going to they jumped on this just because they're going to try to contribute part of Axel Rotten's death to that. Marty Jannetty, of course, why not?
Now yeah, I think Mark J still pissed about him getting
About him being Marty Jannetty.
Yeah, about I think also because when him and Sean broke up and then Sean sweet chat music him and then Sean got the big push and Mark Jr. did become Intercontinental champion once.
Well,
And matter of fact, I think Mark Jr. still work wrestle indie shows. Quite not that often.
He does. He's not. He's and WWE's even brought him in a few times as like a rocker reunite with Shawn Michaels before Shawn Michaels retired. Here's the thing with Marty Jannetty, and I don't know if you know the backstory as to why that actually happened and why Shawn Michaels got the push that he did. Is they were doing a photo shoot, and like the Road Warriors, well, WWE up until they owned WCW always just called them the Legion of Doom. The Legion of Doom, the bunch of tag teams were doing, photo shoots, and like Legion of Doom, Demolition, whatever, what have you, they were being paid $5,000 to do the photo shoot, and the Rockers, they got paid the $5,000 as well, except it was $5,000 to split between them, and everybody else was getting $5,000 per. Marty Jannetty found out about this and got so pissed off that he started mouthing off to all the management, saying that he was going to call WCW and get them, a contract with WCW and leave the WWF at the time.
Yeah.
And Shawn Michaels was kind of like sitting over in the corner, like, I don't know why he ain't talking for me. And that was the catalyst that led to what happened between Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
Yeah, he kind of stuck foot in mouth. He stuck around a few more years. He didn't go Dutch about like 96, 97. He went
Yeah,
finally went
he was in
WCW.
there while WC, and he went there as a complete jobber.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really weird.
basically because of the name. It was just because his name.
Yeah, but he jumped on, of course. Why not? John Heidenreich. I remember old Heidenreich.
Yeah, Heidenreich. Because remember after, I think when it was right before Hawk died, they tried to do the new
He
Road
tried to
Warrior.
become as the third Road Warrior. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was he was in the WWE for like a year. He said, I remember when
two at the most. Two at the most.
I remember when his contract was up, he said that he wasn't re-signing because he couldn't handle the road schedule. So it has absolutely nothing to do with his concussion. This is so going to get dismissed.
Yeah.
The Warlord. Yeah, okay. The Barbarian. You guys, it's not because
I know Barbarian. Yeah, Barbarian. Barbarian more was in WCW more.
Well, they were the Warlord and Barbarian were in WWF as the Powers of Pain before the Legion of Doom came. They had a bunch of like knockoff, like Demolition, the Powers of Pain.
Yeah, that probably was like late 80s.
They were 80s, and again, it's like, why not?
Go ahead. Yeah, because no Barbarian, wrestling later in WCW.
It's why not sue though? I mean, apparently everybody who's lost all their money is jumping on this thing. Larry Oliver, aka the Crippler. Yes, you haven't been a wrestler for a very long time. Bobby Billard. Yeah. Again, somebody I'm gonna guess that hasn't been a wrestler for a very long time, or somebody who was a jobber. Rex King. Yep. That's all I gotta say. Good old Rex King. Tracy Smothers, aka Freddie Joe Floyd. Yeah, okay. Mantar. Oh Jesus.
Not Mantar.
Black Bart. Oh no, Slick. Slick is fucking suing too. Really, Slick?
Come on, Slick, your brother.
I thought you were a Jive Soul brother.
Slick bro got in the ring. What the hell?
One Man Gang, aka Hakeem, the African Dream.
Oh yeah, that guy. He's from that.
Like the big 80s. Fat white guy trying to jive on.
This is like the 80s.
Yeah, this is like some hilarious shit. JJ Funk again. Yep, we definitely don't know who he is. The old JJ Funk. Lou Macaroni. Yeah, good old Lou Macaroni. Rod Price. Donald Driggers. Rodney Mack.
Yeah, okay, no, Mack. Yeah, okay, no, him and Jazz are married because Rodney Mack was basically a jobber. He didn't get no push.
Hell no.
Yeah, Jazz was better than him. His wife, I can imagine your wife better to wrestle than you.
Outlaw Ron Bass again. Sorry, I think that must have been before my time, but I do remember this guy, Boris Zukov. He was he was the other half of Nikolai Volkov, the Bolsheviks. Boris Zukov, he wrestled in the WWE in the 80s. Again, it's fucking assholes that lost their money. I mean, Boris Zukov didn't do anything after he left the WWE. And poor Nikolai Volkov is just still trying to get out there and wrestle with his old ass.
Yeah.
But at least he's not suing the company because, hey, you know,
Yeah,
they
he
did
still
keep
got
him around for a while.
he still got a name, and he still could kind of still wrestle. You know, he's probably 70 and up.
Boris Zukov, though, it's like, dude, you went nowhere after WWE, and obviously you didn't take your money and invest it properly. I think that's what's going on with a lot of these people.
Yeah, bad financing.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, that's the full list, though, man.
Yeah,
Pretty big list. No, that has nothing to do with the draft, but that just popped on in the news feed, and I just had to see
yeah.
who was suing, and it's
During this time,
a very laughable list. It's
yeah,
people that had absolutely nothing to do. I'm just gonna say they didn't get sued, or they're not suing because they have post concussion syndrome or whatever the fuck that shit's called. I don't know. Since Raw's actually going on right now, Shane and Stephanie have revealed their choices for their general managers. Should I? Yeah, why not? Give up.
Could I give us like seeing what how they gonna do this?
All right, Shane and Stephanie reveal their choices for WWE Raw and WWE SmackDown general managers. More announcements on Raw, and let's see here. Okay, Stephanie McMahon revealed that Mick Foley was her choice for the Raw general manager, and Shane.
Yeah, wait, you gotta stop right there. You know, Mick has already been through it. I don't think Mick is a bad choice. I think Mick's gonna be a fair general manager. He's gonna like basically call down Millie. Ain't gonna be like one side or the other. You gonna like,
And he'll be like quote unquote standing up against Stephanie and the Authority.
yeah.
Um, I wasn't expecting in the list that I was reading the other day. Mick Foley was not on that list, and I
I was thinking they gonna bring. I thought she might pick maybe John Laurinaitis people power again.
yeah. Well, that's having Mick Foley, and that's actually a good thing for him as well. It's going to coincide because he has his reality show coming on WWE Network.
Yeah.
That Holy Foley.
Then where everybody gets to see his daughter, like
His daughter and her big ass fucking tits. I feel really bad because Noelle, she is so fucking smoking hot. But I remember I think I was like 18 or something when the documentary came out. Oh,
right at the Hell Cell.
Yeah,
I think his daughter. I
he
think
was a little girl.
I think his daughter probably maybe younger than me.
She was a little girl in Beyond the Mat. And fast forward 2016, and I would give it to Noelle Foley so hard. Sorry, not even sorry. I mean, just playing on like
Yeah,
being a man.
Basically, big for respect you as a wrestler, but damn it, you got a hot daughter.
Yeah, that's the thing. He got his looks, or she got her looks from her mother because her mother was a model.
Mick pick a nice looking white.
She was one of the Godfather's first hoes until they became the more like when the Godfather started getting like before the hose basically started stripping in the middle of the ring.
Yeah.
When it became that's when Mick was like, I don't think you want to be a hoe anymore.
Yeah.
All right, Shane McMahon revealed that his general manager for SmackDown will be Daniel Bryan. That was one of the names being tossed around.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, to also get Daniel Bryan back. Daniel Bryan, he's still keeping them company, and then
Yeah, he's still under contract, so why not
yeah,
utilize the name, the drawing
yeah,
power?
They know it's the popularity. It gives SmackDown some fans. Cause people ain't come out. People gonna still do the yes chants.
Oh yeah, he can do all that stuff. He will be a draw for SmackDown for sure.
Yeah,
As it was reported, Shane McMahon and Stephanie both started off the show by coming to the ring to announce their choices for GM. They cut promos on each other about the brand split, with Stephanie revealing another major announcement that she was bringing a cruiserweight division back to WWE, and it would be exclusive to Raw. So that's the reason why they've been doing this cruiserweight classic down in NXT.
yeah,
Because they're bringing back the cruiserweight division. Okay.
yeah.
The Cruiserweight Classic on WWE Network is actually not a bad thing to catch. Foley came out, cut a promo about his history with WWE, including his role as an authority figure. Shane put Foley over. Then he talked about how his choice for SmackDown fit the show and talked about it being an underdog and introduced Daniel Bryan to the crowd. Bryan came out, talks about how he wasn't sure he would come back, how he would come back into wrestling, but Shane won him over with his vision, and he realized that he could come back. Bryan says he needs to be here because SmackDown is the underdog, and they have beaten the Authority before, and they can do it again. Okay, that doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah.
I see the most recent picture of Daniel Bryan. He has the same haircut that he had when he first came into the WWE. It's very short. His beard, he still has a beard, but it's really trimmed.
Because he ended up cutting his hair. Remember, his hair got real long, and then he had a bushy beard for it last time.
He cut that. He cut that like literally the morning when he found out that he wasn't going to be able to wrestle again. He was like, I was keeping it long because I was waiting for the phone call to come back to wrestle, and until they found the lesion on his brain.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's actually pretty good. I'm actually liking the results of the two general manager picks and the cruiserweight division. That could take a lot of the smaller guys and turn them into much bigger guys if they are able to recapture. And it was probably WCW's best move.
Yeah.
Minus the NWO, which fizzled out. But before that, a lot of their best matches were the cruiserweight. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if WWE can recapture that,
they'll base the one thing they still had doing the WWE took over after 84 weeks stuff. They still had the cruiserweight still.
They were undercard, but they put on the best matches of the show of WCW show.
To Bischoff starring, want to keep the big names up and keep them down.
That's when a lot of those guys left and went to WWE, and they got pushed as big, huge stars, and they were. And Chris Jericho was one, Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Basically all the Radicals. Even Chris Benoit, they weren't even treating right.
Yeah. Cause remember, I think it was like the first Raw of the Millennium, and they all sat in the crowd like that. You remember, I think, JR announced like that. He said, I see these four guys. I see Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Perry Saturn, and Demon goes in the crowd.
Yeah, I was reading. I read Eric Bischoff's biography, and he was talking in the biography. He was talking about that moment because he had actually been told to go home during that point. He had not been fired, but he was told to go home, take some time off. And he was at a restaurant with his wife, and they were watching. The restaurant had Raw on, and he saw, when he looked up at the screen, he saw, Chris Benoit, Perry Saturn, Dean Malenko, and Eddie Guerrero. And he said right there he knew exactly how Vince felt when Eric Bischoff in the mid '90s was poaching a lot of WWE's talent.
But also they're free agent though. They also remember. I think said Monday Night War. Remember Jericho? Remember Jericho? Take his contract with WCW. I think he met Vince about 6 months before the contract ran out. And, pushed the idea and stuff. Then they start the countdown to his contract expiring.
If you remember the Chris Jericho that was in WCW,
Monday Night Jericho.
Yeah, but it was a very watered down version of the Chris Jericho that we got in WWE, WWF at the time.
Yeah.
It was like when Chris Jericho premiered on Raw, it was like, this is astounding.
Yeah, because when the clock down, then all you hear, then see him come out, they know the crowd that start popping because they knew it was him.
And he had his first promo with The Rock, and his promo skills were great. And WCW was not capitalizing on the talent that Chris Jericho was.
Yeah, kind of like they, some of the initial guy they dropped the ball on, at least in Steve Austin.
Oh, they dropped the ball on so much talent. They dropped the ball, obviously, on regardless if
Mick Foley.
Yeah, and what I was going to say is, regardless of if Chris Benoit, how he murdered himself and his kids and his wife,
he dropped the ball on him.
They dropped the ball on him. He was an untapped talent. Eddie Guerrero dropped the ball on him. They dropped the ball on a lot of guys.
Big. I'll probably say big. I'll probably say not so much big. I'll say Big Show did have some.
Well, they dropped the ball on him in a way where they didn't make him the star that he should have been.
Yeah.
He was still being kept down by the Hogans. And I mean, the Giants' first match against in WCW, he won the world heavyweight championship.
Yeah.
But he played bitch kind of like the rest of his time in WCW.
Yeah.
And he even, in one of his interviews, talked about he knew the only way to become an actual star and actually learn how to wrestle, because he was in the power plant WCW school for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, they kind of rushed him out. I think they did the same thing. They kind of didn't rush Goldberg up as fast.
Oh, Goldberg was so green though. William Regal or Steven Regal back in WCW gave him a wrestling tutorial when he wrestled Goldberg. It showed how
you're coming and watch that. Come and somebody put that on YouTube. The Monday Night War to the Goldberg, and then how the street game was after BS like crap
with a shock stick and
with the cow thing like what the
the cattle prod.
like what the hell? How you ever lose like that if? I would say probably if he probably lost, maybe somebody hit him with the belt. I'll probably say I don't understand that, but the cow thing,
yeah, that was WCW was like on starting its decline. Then WWE had surpassed them in the ratings, but WWE up until
WCW still had, because WCW they were still fighting them. They still had a little more fight left.
Oh, I was going to say WCW, when they started losing back to the WWE at the beginning part of 1998, but they were still doing decent in the ratings.
Yeah,
it was the decline.
It wasn't so much decline. I think it was kind of. I think it probably Raw went on about a month run. Then they rushed that Goldberg match on Nitro, which actually made them win.
So stupid.
Which was they probably thought it was a good thing. It probably was good for that week, but they did like
they have good ratings. But here's the thing: do you want good ratings or do you want a huge pay-per-view buy rate?
Yeah.
That was a match that should have been at like a Starrcade or something like that.
It should have been the next pay-per-view. I'm trying to think. What was that pay-per-view? I think the match was in July. I'm trying to think.
Great American Bash.
Yeah, great. Either if it, I'm trying to remember the date. Was it after Great
Or
American
Bash at
Bash?
the Beach. Bash at the Beach. Their
Yeah.
SummerSlam was Bash at the Beach.
Yeah, it could have been either one or two, depending on the date. I'm trying to remember the specific date it was.
It had to have been one of the. WWE has taken a couple of those names for their pay-per-views. Not any of their big pay-per-views.
Yeah.
But
they took like Great American Bash.
Yeah. WW or WCW, it would have had to, if it was during that time, it would have had to have been either Great American Bash or
Bash at the Beach. It depends on the date the actual match was.
And that would have been that's where that match should have been. People would have paid to see that match.
Then also another box was, I think it was the DDP Goldberg match that kind of, I think it was on pay-per-view where it kind of went off air.
It just went off the fucking air. They were wrestling in front of an audience with no pay-per-view, and then the next night they replayed the entire match, so anybody that ordered the pay-per-view was pissed off, and then the people that didn't order the pay-per-view got to see the fucking thing for free.
Yeah.
It was a real clusterfuck.
And also, they bought. I think another thing would kept their momentum. They were still, they're still winning in '97. They the infamous screw job that bring Brett in just do a couple.
Even if they would have given the next night after his contract ran up in WWF, the very next night he should have been out on Nitro cutting a promo.
He probably couldn't wrestle. Just have him just cut promos like, yes, I'm.
Well, yeah, he was injured, and he couldn't wrestle.
Yeah,
but he had a fucking voice.
Yeah,
all he would have had to do was cut a promo. That's what they needed, and they waited a fucking month to have the guy do anything in the fucking ring.
Yeah,
and it wasn't even really in the ring.
Also, while that's when after the Brett thing came out.
Yeah, Vince capitalized on that shit.
Yeah. I didn't screw Brett screwed Brett, and I'm going to leave it at that.
Vince made himself the main heel in his own company, and it was great. God, it was just
kind of like he kind of did fall Bischoff a little bit, because Bischoff
he did it better than Bischoff.
Yeah. A couple of speed bumps and where we actually made himself champion, which I want to say wouldn't been necessarily a bad thing at the time.
Vince made himself champion. He made himself champion for one night though, and then gave up the title because, well, I remember him even doing an interview saying that if he ever made himself the champion, it wouldn't be for very long because.
He did. Because I think if people were talking about the ECW champ for like a month, he like said,
Yeah, that's right. They kind of pissed on the EC. They were kind of pissed on the third brand in general.
Yeah.
After Paul Heyman departed completely from the company, ECW became like the show. It became their Sunday Night Heat on MTV. Nobody watched that shit.
Yeah.
And then just him making himself the champion for one night, that was okay. I was okay with that. Just one night.
Yeah.
The clusterfuck that was happening in WCW with David Arquette.
Yeah, they brought David Arquette in for star power, because he still had a name, off the Scream movies and Ray Rumble. He also did the Scream movies too, so he was still kind of an established star.
Yeah, but giving him the championship, and for a while too, they gave him the championship.
Yeah, that's game time. They did. They got to game time like when they brought in Master P and No Limit Soldier, they probably brought
No Limit Soldiers.
Really
bad. Kiss.
They brought
the Boogity Kiss.
I think Terry probably offered them some money just to come in and know what the rap is crap angle.
That was Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo not knowing what the hell they were doing.
I think it's right after Vince Russo got there.
They were literally like throwing darts at a dartboard and thinking maybe this will work. Because while Vince Russo worked for the WWE as head writer, everything went through Vince McMahon. So if Vince Russo had 20 ideas, Vince McMahon would pick the one idea out of the 20 that he thought might have had it, and then he would reboot.
Yeah. The bad part is Russo she got sued for the whole Owen Hart incident because it was his idea because man Jim Cornette said yes it was Vince Russo dumbass idea for Owen Hart to do that.
Even Roddy Piper had stated that too. He was his cousin. Roddy Piper and Owen Hart were cousins.
Yeah.
And
it's like when you think about like damn it, Vince gets sued, Vince McMahon gets sued for Vince Russo idea.
Well, that's the whole thing is Vince Russo has even stated this on many occasions because he's always trying to jock to get back into the wrestling business some way, whether it be in TNA or whatever, to try to be their head writer again. From what I heard lately, he's calling like Pop TV and trying to get a job as a consultant.
Yeah.
But he had WCW convinced that he was the guy writing all the shows. It's like, yeah, Vince McMahon really had the final say when it came to that shit. And after Vince Russo and Ed Ferrara went down to WCW, WWF did exactly the same, if not better, and WCW went really, really downhill.
Yeah, because the Owen Hart DVD is coming out. I think like November. I think it's coming out. I think it might not be as good as supposed to be because his wife. Yeah, because his wife hates the business and like.
I saw a preview for it on WWE Network though. They showed like the first 15 minutes of the DVD and the Heart of Gold, and they got everybody on there except his wife. But they got Brett. They got Brett's and Owen's other brothers, Bruce and Keith. They're all talking about Owen, his sisters.
Initially Brett was on her side and he realized like, no, what, she's a bitch.
Yeah.
he changed three things like, no, what, she's a bitch. Like, damn it, the wrestling part of Brett like. Yeah, he probably initially like, it was still the fault. Then probably after years, like realize how stubborn she being about not letting the fans
not get a remembrance video. Yeah. I mean, and here's the thing too: is Bret Hart, regardless of anything, he believed his own hype, which is total bullshit when it comes to a wrestler. And that's why I err on the side of WWE when it came to CM Punk. It's another guy who started buying into his own fucking hype. The thing with Bret Hart is Bret Hart knew that if he did not go and make amends with WWE, that his career was going to be ever tarnished by the Montreal screw job.
Yeah.
There would be no Hall of Fame inductions.
Yeah.
There would be no, he had that like 3-month angle with Vince McMahon. There would be none of that. He would have no Legends contract. He would have been a cliff note. And
I think Jimmy had with a lot of guys. They probably got mad for years. Yeah, because Bruno San Martino was mad at Vince. Triple H still say that Ultimate Warrior had. Yep. Ultimate Warrior kind of had swallowed so much his pride a little bit, and his last promo was good like crap. Next day, like it's that kind of shocked me. He died the next day.
I remember watching him on Raw, and I remember thinking to myself while he was cutting the promo in the ring, I remember looking at him and being like, "Man, he doesn't look very good. Like he looked pale." But I didn't think he was going to die or anything. I just thought he might have had the flu. Yeah. That was one weird weekend. Getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, coming out for WrestleMania to give the wave the next night, coming out on Raw, cutting a great fucking promo, and dying the next morning on your way to the fucking limo.
Yeah.
That was a really odd way to go. Maybe it was just like really overwhelming for him.
Yeah, they know, well, Range Side brother had us kind of swallows probably a little bit
Macho
about
Man, yeah.
yeah, yeah, swallowed probably a little bit about getting in WWE, going in the Hall of Fame altogether. Like, yeah, swallowed pride in it and just let Randy
Well,
go
that
in by
was
himself.
that was the thing is that WWE wanted to induct Randy Savage, and Lanny Poffo was like, "That's great, but you have to induct the entire Poffo family." And WWE was like, "Well, no, we're not going to do that. We want to induct Randy Savage." But I mean, I think his dad, maybe he was a wrestler. Lanny Poffo himself, he didn't really contribute a whole lot to the business. The
Yeah,
Genius, it was a horrible. I mean, he was basically Mr. Perfect's bitch, and he screamed like gay poetry. When I say gay poetry, I'm not saying the poetry itself was gay. I'm just saying Lanny sounded pretty fucking gay.
It was different from him, and like the Funk Brothers or
He didn't
Funk Brothers
sound
or
he didn't
Disco
sound anything
Brothers.
like the Macho Man.
Yeah,
The Macho Man had this. Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
I think you're trying to be the big brother situation. Like my little brother wanted this.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
But as far as the bland, it might turn out to be bland. As part as part of the brand split, the draft. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's right now. I think there's as Raw goes on, there'll be more. I'm not gonna stay on for the entire time Raw's on,
yeah,
but yeah, I think is this brand split is going to be actually a pretty good time, a good thing this time around, especially with
yeah.
SmackDown going live. One
Yes,
last
perfect. Yes, perfect time to just shake things up again.
exactly.
Like the initial brand split was.
It got
Damn,
pretty
it
bland
took
towards the end. It was a bland split towards the end last time.
yeah. That's what initial thing supposed to do, but they got away from it. Hopefully, hopefully they go back to the original plan what they had back in 2002.
They have separate shows, separate pay-per-views, separate
Yeah,
champions.
as you know, just like the big four be a cross brand. You know, the big four they know like after like the and probably have like the other four kind of split evenly. Like the other four papers split evenly.
And then because they have their own network, they can also just air original, specials. It doesn't even have to be a pay-per-view. So they can hold like a SmackDown.
The Beast. I think it was the Battle in the East or something like
Yeah,
that. The one
the Beast in the East.
yeah.
They did that one. They did well, hell, all of their NXT quote unquote pay-per-views are on the WWE.
NXT takeovers.
All those are on the network. They did another like original special. I would have to actually turn on the WWE network right now to remember what it was. But they can do that with SmackDown and Raw too. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be a pay-per-view. I do think WrestleMania for sure will be cross-branded.
Yes. I think they'll keep the big four as cross brand. You know, like
Yeah.
Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series.
I wonder if they'll bring back their Raw versus SmackDown pay-per-view.
Nah. I think talk about bragging rights was bragging rights. I think it was bad. I think it may have been made good. I think may only made one good match. Probably was on there, but it got bad fast.
The only thing I didn't like about bragging rights was most of the time they would have SmackDown win bragging rights, and at the time, SmackDown was by far the inferior brand. and it was like something just to show that, like, hey, tune into SmackDown, but nobody wanted to tune into SmackDown. I mean, not a lot of people. Way more people are still tuning into SmackDown than TNA. Now, that's one thing I do want to say. TNA, before I close this down, the final deletion. Here's my take on the final deletion. It's the worst piece of fucking shit ever produced by any wrestling company. I'm talking about worse than fucking, worse than anything. ROH is great. I love ROH. ROH is by far better than TNA. ROH would never do something like that.
Yeah.
The final deletion was, it was something you definitely would expect from TNA. TNA is the shit company is put on this. Matt Hardy speaking in 7 different fucking accents.
No, brother Nero.
Brother Nero, Maximilian would become the king of the Hardys. Oh, shut the fuck up. This is just not what.
Yeah, but Bob, I think Bob Lashley's the champ because he's kind of wrestling in TNA, kind of do like Dan Brock Lesnar, the original guy that did Dan Severn used to do.
Yeah, Dan Severn was the NWA champion, did UFC. And they brought him into WWE and completely wasted him. Like, wasted his any kind of talent. What they should have done immediately with Dan Severn is put him against Ken Shamrock.
Yeah.
That would have been a good feud. Because they could have taken their feud from UFC into the WWE. And no, instead they tried to do this rehash of the NWA, and they brought back, let's see, the Rock and Roll Express. Yeah. Awesome. Everybody always, maybe in like the early 80s, the Rock and Roll Express was like a big deal while there were still territories. And the new Midnight Express with bombastic Bob and bodacious Bart. Fucking Bart Gunn and fucking Bob Holly got fucking, oh Jesus.
Bart Gunn, poor Bart Gunn
Bart
Gunn getting knocked out by Butterbean. Get knocked out by Butterbean.
I guess
initially they wanted Dr. Death to win, but Dr.
Death knocked out. That killed Dr. Death's push in WWE.
Then they fed Bart Gunn to Butterbean.
Butterbean, I remember watching that match live, and I remember Bart Gunn looking so terrified before that fucking match. And he only got a few punches in before Butterbean just like ended him. Like Bart Gunn got up like once and didn't have his feet underneath him.
Yeah, he goes,
Yeah, I just want to
say, but at least Hardcore Holly got a second chance being Hardcore Holly.
Yes, he did. He was he went from let's see. He started off as Thurman Sparky Plug. Really ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then he was Bob Spark Plug Holly. Again, same gimmick, just different name. And just as ridiculous. And then Bombastic Bob. And then finally Hardcore Holly. Like they finally
Hardcore Holly then they also they sometimes we could still call him Bob Holly at times though.
Yeah, because of Crash Holly and Molly Holly.
Yeah. Yeah, then also, I think Brock Lesnar dropped on his neck almost in his career.
Yeah, he broke his neck.
Yeah, broke his neck like
Yeah, he was doing a power bomb and
watched it.
He botched the power bomb, and that actually put Bob Holly in a main event of a fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah.
That was pretty fucking awesome. And that was, Bob Holly, for a guy that had stuck around so long, he did very much what Glenn Jacobs, Kane, did. He went through
Yeah.
a lot of really bad gimmicks before one finally stuck.
Yeah.
Like he was the demented dentist, Dr. Isaac Yankem DDS. He was the fake Diesel.
Yeah. Then came Kane, but
Then finally came.
yeah. Yeah, people be boom like Kane go away or they say same thing Big Show or Mark Henry, the guys that generally just put guys over.
Yeah, Mark Henry has even gone on record, though, that when his contract runs out,
He's retiring.
he's retiring because he signed his first contract with the WWE in 1996.
Yeah, he's been basically 20 years.
Yeah,
You
his
know,
first contract was 10 years, his second contract is 10 years. So, I mean, the guy's made some pretty fucking good money.
yeah,
And both times he signed a very, very good contract.
yeah.
Like, one that pays very well.
I think his contract getting ready to run out soon.
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah,
done at the end of this year.
yeah,
And I think Big Show, from what I heard, he says he has two more years left in his contract, but he said he might resign.
yeah. Cause Big Show just gonna put guys over. He barely wins. He barely wins anymore. Just make certain guys look good and beat the Giant.
And yeah, that's
Him and Kane does.
all. I mean, that's what there should be doing, and that's good.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Jericho and that guy like putting guys over.
Yeah, it's that whole please retire thing is such fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
Because you need guys like that know the business and know that you need to have guys like those to put younger talent over.
Yes, the veteran that's already established their Hall of Fame status, putting over guys.
Yeah, you need to have guys like that to put over the younger talent, because if you don't have people that are willing to, do the favor, take the 3 count, then you're not going to be able to build.
Yes, the newest star. Yes, newest star. Cause they got to build new star. Cause Cena getting up there, and need to see who gonna be the next guy. The guy.
Right now, Cena, he's 38. He's physically still a beast. I see Cena going strong for another. Well, fucking Hogan went strong into his mid 40s. Shawn Michaels went strong into his mid 40s. I think Cena could do it to his mid 40s.
Yes, as long as he avoid that career-ending injury, as long as he avoid that,
as long as he avoids,
they'll probably be catastrophic if that does happen, and they haven't established a guy.
And he has to avoid any kind of neck injury. Like when it comes to like an arm injury, I mean, he broke his neck once, but he came back from that fucking neck surgery like 6 months after. It's like the guy fucking heals like a beast. I have no idea. And it's not steroids, it's not HGH, it's not any of that shit.
It's good gene. It's something in DNA that's, or he's one of the rare guys that actually can heal good.
He rehabs like a motherfucker. Like he'll have a surgery and start rehabbing like 2 days after the surgery.
Yeah.
Like he always comes back months before before they think he will. Like a normal person would take 9 months to come back from this injury. John Cena will come back in 4 months. It's like
5 at the most.
Yeah,
I'd say about cut in half.
Like you are rehabbing the shit out of yourself, and he'll even tape his rehab sessions.
Yeah, because Seth Rollins came back a little bit early too. Towards ACL, they said 9 months.
Yeah, Seth Rollins did come back a little earlier. Yeah,
he came back about 6 months.
It was good timing for.
Not when 6 months. It was he came back. What was it? 7 months.
It was good timing. Yeah, it was good timing for Seth Rollins and John Cena to come back, because WWE was needing the more established star power. They were kind of short on star power for this year's WrestleMania.
Yeah,
it's one of the reasons Shane McMahon decided to come back. But even though the Chris Jericho AJ Styles match is probably my second maybe favorite match on WrestleMania. It was a great match. But it's a good time, and Randy Orton should be coming back. If he might be cleared already. I mean, and WWE might be holding him for this brand thing.
Yeah. Yeah, probably just like he get announced and he probably just come out and probably just do some, probably just come out kind of like like remember when Edge got dropped to Raw, he was out for a while, came back in spirit Bischoff.
Yeah, CM Punk did the same thing when they got drafted. He went up, or no, CM Punk did that during the Slammies. He was doing like commentating, and he won his Slammy, and then he fucking went into the ring and actually started wrestling. I was like, oh, he's been cleared to wrestle. So it was a pretty like good swerve because they were having him doing commentating for a couple months, which he actually was a pretty good commentator.
Yeah, cause I think they did the same thing with remember with Jimmy Uso when Jay was out for a while, he was doing commentary. Cause they just want keep the Usos together. So they have one wrestle kind of single matches too much.
Right, and that's the thing with the Usos. I mean, the only difference between the Usos, because they're fraternal twins. They're not even biological twins, but they look exactly the same.
Yeah.
Minus about 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Like that's how you can tell the difference, because one weighs like 10 pounds more than the other. Now the Bella twins, like it's probably a good idea that Brie retired, just because.
Well, you probably can tell them now since Nikki got breasts. Since Nikki had breasts, whether
they weren't looking like twins anymore.
Yeah.
Nikki got a huge boob job. She put the blonde highlights in her hair. She got a curvy ass body, and Nikki kind of just kept looking like a stick. Like Nikki started looking like the better looking Bella twin.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, well, you guys really don't look like twins anymore. Brie also, for the longest time, she was the more talented, and not that she could wrestle very well, but she could wrestle better than Nikki. And then Nikki became a better wrestler too. So yeah.
I think probably her being was. I think Cena might have trained her probably off camera a little bit.
I'm sure he trains her all the time.
Yeah.
Just like Daniel Bryan trains the shit out of Brie.
Remember Brie started doing the yes lock.
Yep. She was in the yes lock and
the kicks the kicks were like yes. Brie mode.
But other than that, Nikki, which I loved her, which I hope she doesn't do anymore because it's what caused her neck injury. But
the torture rack, the
rack attack, that modified torture rack, that was a pretty awesome thing.
Yeah, cause most of the women she doing way more than her. That's probably why.
Yeah,
I think probably the only one probably way less than her probably would have been Paige.
Yeah, or Sasha Banks. She never got a chance to wrestle her yet, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to the brand, back to the brand split, I'm gonna say I think there should be another world champion. I think there should be two, one for each brand. And I'm kind of pretty hip on Raw having a cruiserweight division, just for the fact that it's 3 fucking hours, and a cruiserweight division might help with that. As far as tag teams, maybe they'll make the tag team division exclusive to SmackDown. Who knows? I'm not sure. And already they'll have the IC title and US title exclusive to each brand. So
probably US going to SmackDown and IC staying on Raw.
Yeah,
the women. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's another thing. Either the women. These are my two. Just gonna throw it out there. My two examples of what could happen is either the women are going to be brand exclusive, to either Raw or SmackDown, or they're gonna need 2 women's champions.
Yeah.
They'll have to bring the Divas Championship back or something.
Or make yeah. Or kind of make kind of like or kind of rename the title, just don't call it Divas, or they do make a Divas, make like a different belt.
Different belt, definitely. If they call it the Divas Championship, I don't mind, but a different belt for sure, because that belt looked like a, a, a toy. The Divas belt
Yeah.
looked like a fucking toy.
Yeah,
But
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Come here. It was talk about exclusive, but yeah, I think I'm kind of seeing the second option where they split the women up, where it might be a second time, bring back a second title.
yeah, that would be fine by me. I would be okay with that, because I do think both shows would benefit from having female star power.
Yeah,
I mean, are the Divas everybody's favorite? No.
yeah,
Some of the times though, depending on which Divas are out, it's like, oh, okay, it's going to be a pretty good. I mean, Paige, she's great,
yeah,
and I know she's doing this hiatus thing, or WWE's having her in hiatus right now, but Paige is probably the best wrestler they've had since AJ Lee, and AJ Lee was the best wrestler they had since Trish and Lita.
yeah. I think for the most part, I think probably the worst person probably on active roster probably is she hadn't wrestled in about a year. Rose, I think Rose was probably the worst one on the
Yeah,
acting roster.
yeah, horrible. Yeah, she hasn't wrestled because she was pregnant, but
Yeah,
she was no good. What's her face? God, Big Bird, the one with the big nose, Fandango's
I told my
first.
son, I told my Summer Rae.
Summer Rae can't wrestle worth a shit.
Let me see. Yeah, going down the list. Yeah, Nikki got better. Naomi, I think Naomi's still injured,
Yeah,
but yeah, she's I would say she's a good wrestler.
yeah, she was naturally athletic, and that
Yeah,
was a positive. Um,
she was kind of naturally athletic, like Michelle McCool was too, because they both was kind
right.
of athletes. Uh,
Sasha Banks, she hasn't really been given. Now I watched a lot of her NXT matches, but she's had some botches since she's got up to WWE.
Yeah, yes. Sasha's legit. It
She
just, it
had,
just, it just, it just, it just. She has deal with. She has had a couple couple injuries, but
she's had some injuries. She's botched a few moves, and
yeah,
she's had a concussion already, and that
yeah,
pushes WWE away from giving her the women's championship, because it's like,
yeah,
maybe she's concussion prone. Because if
yeah,
she's
yeah.
concussion prone, we don't want her as a champion.
Yes, Becky Lynch legit.
Yep.
Another person, cause Emma kept doing did something stupid, but Emma actually could wrestle.
Shoplifting, yeah.
Yeah,
Emma's great.
yeah,
She was kept down because of her stupid shoplifting thing, but just when they started giving her an awesome push again, she got injured.
yeah.
Her and Zack Ryder,
That
they wifeyed up.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
Zach's getting this huge push. Emma was getting that push, and Emma got fucking injured, which I was so pissed about, because I really liked the new gimmick, because I thought that popping bubbles thing was kind of stupid.
yeah. Yeah, made her kind of like a dancer. She actually could wrestle.
Oh yeah, they kind of made her like the female Santino Marella,
Yeah,
and you never want to be like the comedy act. Like the comedy act is
yeah,
okay if
yeah,
people are laughing with you.
yeah. Cause man, they did that for Natalia for a while. No, Natalia's legit.
Natalia's great. I mean,
Yeah,
there's some good talent on the female roster. I mean, there's some
yeah.
shit talent, but there's some good talent.
Like I'm trying. Yeah, yeah. You're like. I think they kind of. I think they kind of trail the bad wrestler. I think they kind of trimmed it because they got. Remember, Westcott got fired. Yeah, they fired Cameron. She was.
She
I went.
sucked.
She wasn't E. Marie bad.
She wasn't even Marie bad, but she was not really adding anything
yeah,
to.
yeah,
She was
yeah,
pretty,
yeah.
but she
Let me see.
was Cameron.
Because Lisa Fox does stuff off TV. So yeah, yeah,
Foxy. I love Foxy. I like her
yeah,
personality.
yeah. She got kind of bubbly. She kind of bubbly and stuff.
Yeah.
But she got better. She got better. She actually decent. I wouldn't say she's kind
She
of in the
took that.
middle.
Yeah, I was going to say she's definitely not the best wrestler on the female roster, but
She's kind of in the middle. She actually got better. She actually got better.
her personality is fucking like. Yes, I do watch Total Divas. I am one of the guys that watches it, and
She has she has a bubbly personality.
yeah, she seems like a
She don't
really
sound
fun
like
chick to hang out with.
she doesn't sound like she sound like she probably called in the black community kind of like the quote unquote acting white because her voice kind of sound kind of white.
She dates white guys.
Yeah,
Her fucking ex-fiance was Wade fucking Barrett.
yeah. Yeah. People probably would call her a quote unquote white girl because she don't act like ghetto or ratchet.
She because she talks normal and doesn't act
Yeah,
ghetto and ratchet, she
yeah,
gets labeled a white girl. No,
yeah,
she's black. She's just very pretty,
yeah,
and it's a nice thing,
yeah.
nice woman to look at.
I think they initially wanted to have Tamina as kind of like the big monster and stuff because after Beth Phoenix retired, they
Yeah,
trying to turn her to that. I think Tamina has a little bit. She got better, but I think she's kind of like I think she may kind of somewhere in the middle.
well, they were trying to bill her as like the female Jimmy Superfly Snuka,
Yeah,
and with all that's going on with Jimmy Snuka, like the
yeah,
the murder thing coming back up, it's like, well,
yeah.
don't do this.
Yeah, probably when she come back because she dealing with kind of an injury. Yeah, she kind of another thing she got hurt a couple times.
And
But
they can't have her doing any of the Snuka moves anymore.
yeah,
Like the flying off the top rope and putting the
yeah,
fucking finger signs up. Like, nah,
yeah.
don't do that. Your dad did that, and we're gonna try to scrub all existence of him out of here.
She did. She got injured about I think probably maybe a third, fourth time she got hurt and stuff. And like when she probably did get a push, I think she got injured.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
PCB. Do you remember when they first started forming those? When they brought up the Divas Revolution, when they brought up Paige, or not Paige,
when Paige,
but
it was
Charlotte, Becky
Sasha
Lynch, and
Banks
Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
When they all started forming their names,
I talk about Team Bad.
well, there was Team Bad, there was Team
PC,
Bella,
and PCB.
do you remember their name before that? They changed it to PCB. Do you remember why they changed it?
I'm trying to think what their initial name was. Crap, I'm trying to remember it.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, I might have forgot because it probably only showed up once, or probably only seen
They only,
once.
they only in the very next week they changed it to PCB. The reason why is because let me first tell you, the name of their faction at first was the Submission Sorority, which also happens to be the title of a very popular adult entertainment porn series. So when you go in and you type Submission Sorority into like Google, the porn comes up, not Becky, Paige, and Charlotte.
Yeah,
so
because all their finisher, Paige have another finisher though with submission.
Yeah. So it's submission. Well, they all had a submission. That's why they were the Submission Sorority.
Yeah.
But whoever was coming up with the name, which it is a good name, but if it wasn't also the title of a porn flick, that would come up when you type in submission sorority. And
Yeah,
not
yeah. I think they changed the acronym for Team Bad. So I think Bad was it wasn't beautiful, dangerous, or something else before. It was beautiful and dangerous.
yeah, that beautiful day. To me, it was the thing that pissed me off about that was it was like, why are you taking all the like women of color and putting them on one team?
Yeah, yeah. Well. Kind of. Yeah, well, yes and no. Cause Alicia Foster's on Team Bell.
Yeah, but
Like yes and
you know
no.
what I mean though about
Yeah,
the one team,
yeah. Sasha being mixed.
right? Tamina
Naomi.
being Tamina's
Uh,
half Islander and half black. Naomi, she's dark chocolate,
yeah.
and it was like, like
What? Wait. Tamina Samoan and black, like The Rock.
oh yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
And
I
and
thought
that
I thought she was just Samoan.
in that family, either they're white and Samoan or they're black and Samoan, and some of them are just Samoan. That is true, but
Yeah,
like Roman Reigns, he's white and Samoan,
yeah,
and The Rock's obviously black and Samoan.
yeah,
But like they're like Alpha and Sika, they're Samoan. They're
yeah,
nothing. They're just like from American Samoa. Actually, I think they all live in the San Francisco Bay Area now. But I think Tamina. I mean, if I were to look at Tamina, to me, and this is from a white male, I would say that she is mixed because she's of darker complexion. I might be wrong. I
yeah,
don't know. It's just me taking a guess. But it
yeah,
just seemed like they were putting everybody that was darker on one team. It was kind of
yeah.
like when back in the late 90s when they did the Nation of Domination.
Yeah, we are the nation domination. So basically, like some, yeah, the Rocks mix. They had them on the nation domination.
Ron Simmons was
He was kind yeah,
D'Lo Brown,
Mark
uh,
Henry.
Mark Henry, Kama Mustafa.
Kool Aid came the Godfather.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
Because the Godfather was the best gimmick. Was the
the
best gimmick.
Godfather. Yeah, because he was Papa Shango, he was Kama, then Kama Mustafa. The Godfather's the one that really took off for him, and which was great. I mean, because there were like before that there was always like pimp like characters, but there was never a full blown pimp character.
Yeah.
And but it
Yeah.
was
So then I'll say no. WCW answer was the cat. The cat was their answer to the Godfather. The cat.
it wasn't as good though. It wasn't
Yeah,
as
I know.
good. WWF could go TV 14, and WCW had standards and practices.
Yeah.
And what's his but I was when I was saying like they had the Nation of Domination, and that was like the all black team, and then they had the Disciples of Apocalypse, was like the white biker gang,
Yeah.
and then they had Los Boricuas, which was like the all Hispanic gang.
Because remember, Savio. I think he's not. I think Savio is
I
Puerto
think he's
Rican.
Puerto Rican,
Yeah.
but they came down in a lowrider anyway. It's kind of like what they did with
trying to make him Mexican stuff. Trying to make
yeah,
him, he's Puerto Rican.
that's the same thing they did with Primo and Epico.
So Los Matadores, they Puerto Rican.
Yeah, they're Puerto Rican as
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah. Base had them speak all Spanish. They
Yeah.
can speak English perfectly.
Right. That's when they the Alberto Del Rio, when he had first left the WWE and before he had come back, one of the reasons he had left was when he assaulted, well, rightfully so, he had assaulted one of the producers that told him to spick it up a little bit because his accent, it happened to Carlito too.
Yeah,
was told
yeah,
to
yeah,
speak it up.
yeah. You know, they speak English. They have to speak English really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most people in Puerto Rico can speak English kind of
They
fluently.
speak English, yeah. A lot of most of Puerto Rico can speak English the same way that we're speaking English.
Yeah.
So when they're being told to, spick it up a little bit, it's probably
And
not in the best interest.
also going back to how Ricardo speaking Ricardo, you know, Ricardo is a Puerto Rican, had him and like he was from Mexico, had him speak
Yeah, and his English again,
is
his
good.
English was
Yeah,
his.
I think I heard him speak once. Like, it kind of shocked me. 'Cause I thought I didn't know he was. I
Says
thought,
he speaks perfect English.
yeah, he kind of shocked me. Like, I thought he was like the original Sin Cara can speak a lick of English.
The original Sin Cara, that was not his big downfall was not, and that's a lot of any foreign wrestler that comes to the WWE is number one if they can't speak English and if they're injury prone. And the original Sin Cara was injury prone and he couldn't fucking speak English, so he couldn't cut any promos.
Cause when you look like, you know, Asha English getting better because she can speak a little bit though. You can understand her like,
Yeah, well,
"Mm,
that's
what
you want to be able to.
they keep her words they keep her word limited in English, but she can actually speak it.
Well, yeah, you
You
want to
talk
be
so much.
right. You want to be able to at least convey because you're while WWE is worldwide, you know, the Raw and SmackDown that it always airs in the United States first, and you're gonna want to be able to try to convey a lot of, you know, and it airs in London and Ireland and Scotland, so you're gonna want to speak English. It's
Yeah,
those are big markets. And if you can't speak English, it's a strike against you. It really is. Like the guy they
yeah,
have
I
playing.
think cause, you know they kind of limit the words. Some Japanese wrestlers they limit their words. They can't speak it, but they kind of limit their word.
Yeah,
They kind of make them overspeak, make them learn too much, make them
give
just
give
know
him an
that.
accent. Like talk with an
Yeah,
accent. Like as they one of the producers who got fired, and he should have when he told him to quote unquote spick it up because
yeah,
he could have picked any other word. Like maybe try to do it with like more of an accent. That might
yeah,
have been like it could have been. Granted, this is the politically incorrect channel, but that may have been just a better way to put things.
yeah,
But the guy they had take over for Sin Cara was the fake Sin Cara
yeah,
when they had
yeah,
the Sin Cara Azul versus Sin Cara Negro.
yeah,
They just had Sin Cara Negro take over for the
yeah,
Mystico,
yeah,
and Mystico went back down to fucking Mexico, and WWE owns the Sin Cara name, so they stuck somebody else under the fucking mask.
yeah. Yeah, he had a couple injury. He out for a while. They remember Kalisto came U.S. champion.
Right, and that's
Cause they're trying to groom Kalisto to be like Rey Mysterio.
yeah, that's what they were saying when Rey Mysterio had retired from WWE. Uh, Triple H had said, "We don't have to worry about that. We already have a Rey Mysterio type in the works," and it was Kalisto.
Yeah,
And Kalisto, that's in case whoever's not watching Raw, that is, if anybody is viewing this before, they have the Lucha Dragons are splitting. They are going to separate brands.
yeah,
That has been
yeah,
confirmed earlier. They
yeah,
were a shitty tag team anyway.
They didn't get the push they got NXT. Cause know that was NXT tag team champion. Cause remember, Sin Cara went back
Yep.
down there and became tag team champion. And also, like you see Kalisto having success have success as a single wrestler too.
That's the whole thing. I think Sin Cara and I think Kalisto could probably do much better as single wrestlers than the
Yeah.
Lucha Dragon shit. And same thing with Los Matadors. Get rid of that shit and just.
They got rid of that. They supposed to be like some Puerto Rican. They going back to being Puerto
I
Ricans
just want
again.
Primo and Epico. That's just give me that. That's all I want. And we can leave Rosa Mendez out of that equation.
Yeah, Rosa's not Puerto Rican.
Exactly. They made her the manager. It's like, again, Rosa. It's like WWE.
She's from Colombia.
Yeah, but
I mean, not Colombia, Costa Rica.
yeah, it's like WWE. You know, there's a difference between these countries. You know, and Puerto Rico is not even a fucking country. But you know, there's a major difference between Mexico, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico. It's not all the same. You just can't toss everybody that might happen to speak Spanish together and say, "Hey, here's a faction."
Yeah.
Making the Puerto Ricans play Mexicans was probably and calling them Diego and Fernandez, was it?
Fernando and Diego.
Fernando and Diego is like, well, that is just ridiculous. And then having him come out with a fucking bull, a little fucking midget bull.
Yeah, he got released him after the Los Matadores ended.
El fucking Torito. Yeah, he got released finally. I don't know what took him so long. They finally released Hornswoggle. And it was like, I had no idea why they kept him around as long as they did.
Yeah, I can remember after Finley left for a couple of years. Then they had him still being a Hornswoggle. Then they had him like with DX and with the three MB and stuff. And
I remember all of that.
They remember the WrestleMania match where he ended up getting his head shaved, where he ended up getting his head shaved. They didn't shave all his hair off.
I remember. It's an anecdotal story that's kind of funny. I remember there's a small wrestling federation, like a territory around here, and they'll bring in like some guy that may have got released from WWF, like a few months prior before, and he'll be like in their main event. And it just so happened that this was right when Doink, Matt Bourne, the original Doink, had got released before they had the Brooklyn Brawler play Doink.
Yeah.
When Matt Bourne had got released, he was they got him for the promotion that's called the IWF in this area, and the guy is named Preston Steele, owns the small little territory. So, of course, he always makes himself champion, and he's like 60 years old. It's ridiculous. But they brought in, but the story I was getting back to was about Hornswoggle. They had the midget match on the thing, and Hornswoggle, I was 16 years old, and I remember his name was Little Ninja. And he was on the undercard for the midget match as Little Ninja. And I remember seeing him at a Kmart not very far from where I live, driving a really beat up fucking car. And I'm going to guess it was one that was designed for his small frame. Like, he might have had like blocks on his feet or something. But I remember that, and when I first saw him in W, I was like, oh, it's Little Ninja. And then I was like, why is he still here? Why is he still fucking? And then he was there for years and years and years.
About 10 years. He was about 10 years because it came about 2006 when he first premiered.
Yeah,
Little bastard. They like because originally like there go Little Bastard.
Yeah. Or they had to change his or not change one if anything, since he was working these independent shows like the Little Ninja and shit like that, and probably getting paid like $50 a pop. If anything, from being in the WWE for as long as he has, he should at least have the money. I heard he's like a raging alcoholic, but he should at least have the money to sustain him for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee he was getting paid probably $300,000 or $400,000 a year to be fucking Hornswoggle.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. I also heard stories that he actually was kind of a bully backstage. And that's kind of funny. It's kind of funny with Hornswoggle being as short as he is, a bully.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, the guy's like 4 foot fucking tall. Are you gonna haul off and knock the guy out?
Yeah.
It's like, especially around wrestlers that are like 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
But I guess he just talked a lot of shit to the wrestlers.
Yeah. I think their hands were kind of tied. They were facing a conundrum.
Yeah, they sat there and took it, and a lot of them. Big Show's gone on record saying Hornswoggle bullied him.
No, that's funny.
Yeah.
Wait. Also going back to Big Show, I think he at the SV, I think challenged Shaq to a match at the
SV for WrestleMania.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. They'll have a match.
Yeah, Big Show versus Shaq.
Like when I saw Shaq come down during the Royal Rumble. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, it was the Battle Royal. It was the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Yeah, during WrestleMania last year. Yeah, they say one more person. They always see Shaq run.
I saw it come down. The very first thing I did was laugh my ass off. The second thing I thought was, oh, he's dropped weight.
Yeah,
because he was pretty big.
Yeah, he probably been working out and stuff. Probably toned up something.
Yeah, he started getting chubby.
Yeah, he got chubby a little bit after retiring when he was on. Yeah, I think he had I think him and John Barker had a contest see who could look the best.
Like when Shaq came down for the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, though, I was like, Shaq's in good shape, but why the fuck is Shaq in the Battle Royal? It was one of those situations where I was laughing.
Everybody looked at him there. I think he did like a couple moves. And I forgot how he got left.
Oh, he got eliminated real quick.
Yeah.
Like he had like a stare down with the Big Show.
Yeah.
I think he might have even eliminated the Big Show.
Yeah. I think that was that coming. I think I watched the WrestleMania on somebody put on YouTube. Somebody recorded put on YouTube. I think I see it over there.
I remember even Rabbi, we posted because I was after each match or during the matches I was on Facebook and I was like typing what was happening or who won, and Rabbi even posted on my thing during the Battle Royal. He goes, "It's Shaq." That's laughing my ass off. Like, yep.
Yeah. See, like been rambling almost 2 hours, and 2 hours been on almost 2.5 hours total. You've been rambling.
Oh yeah. We probably should. I almost forgot that we were live here. Okay, and we've had one viewer this whole time.
That's me. I have it up. That's why I looked at the time.
We had 2 viewers earlier.
Because also Kobe wrote in the chat like, "Yo guys still doing a wrestling show?
Why not?" But it probably is a good time to cut it off because anybody that is going to watch this probably is not going to watch it for 2.5 hours. But you can.
No, it's about 2 hours on part 2, and then first part about half an hour.
Oh yeah, you got to watch the first part. Remember, if you're getting to this, if you even have got to this point, remember there's a part 1. I put part 2 in this, so remember there's a part 1. Watch that first, and smash the thumbs up button, share it, comment, subscribe. Mason may blow you. Not Jason, but Mason. It could happen.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody be cool out there. I hope you enjoyed us just bullshitting about wrestling.
Yeah.
enjoy the draft tomorrow night and enjoy the rest of Raw tonight if you guys are watching it, or enjoy them both tomorrow.
Yeah. Until next time.
Until next time, Gadget.